Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Yoga for the Back Body with Jim. Today, I was thinking we were going to focus on the lower half of the back body. So, we're going to work on hamstrings and glutes, um, maybe a little bit of calves, but we'll see. So, let's start off on our back. So, we're going to explore our hamstrings. You might want to you could get a little bit, bring a blanket in and get a pillow here if you would like, but you don't need it. So, hamstrings, let's just identify them. They're the muscles, it's a muscle group, not just a muscle, that travels along the back of your thigh. They are responsible for contracting at the knee. So, if you roll over on your belly here, and if you've ever been to the gym, you've seen guys do this, right? Like the lying leg curl. So, you do this and down, that's contracting those hamstrings and building muscle there. So we're going to work on some ways we can, but this is yoga, so we're not trying to necessarily build as much as we're trying to mildly strengthen and allow ourselves to probably, in yoga, you've heard it more as a probably stretching, I guess is what you could call it. But yeah, that's what we're going to work on today. But before we get started, let's go ahead and come to our backs. Bring one hand to your heart, one to your belly. Doesn't matter which hand. You can switch it up if you'd like. Let your eyes close down. If you feel like you're in a safe space, I want you to take a deep inhale into that palm on your belly. So inhaling to the belly, filling up the chest, and then audibly exhale it all out. Let it all go. Do that 2 more times. Fill into the belly, chest, audible exhale. One more time. Inhale, belly, chest, audible exhale. Let your mind come back to your natural rhythm and your breathing. Maybe you notice a slight rise and fall to the belly and chest as you've returned to that normal flow. We get started by bringing the soles of our feet into our mat. I want you to tilt your pelvis so your lower back engage the core here, right? So lower back gets firm on the mat for a second. And notice how when you tilt and push down, you are forced to engage your core muscles, right? So what we're going to work on here at first is we're going to bring our right ankle to left knee, just a small figure four for just a moment. And I want you to focus on the interior of your right thigh. Push that hand away a little bit, and you'll notice that it starts to push the knee away a little bit. And you'll notice you start getting a little stretch in the hip also. Keep your lower back and core engaged as we're here. And I want you to lift the right ankle up, bring the right ankle to the mat, bring the left ankle over top of the right knee. Again, reach down and push. Keep that lower back and core engaged here. One more breath. Then we're going to bring the left foot back down. Just doing a little movement. Come back. If you lose when you unmove, that's okay. Just push that lower back in, engage the glutes. Bring the feet about hip width distance apart here. Bring your palms out, face down. And here in a second, we're going to lift our bum up, coming to a bridge pose. So lift, squeeze the bum, but as an added, when we're in that bridge, I want you to feel like you're scrubbing or pulling your heels back to your bum, and then feel those hamstrings engage here. And then slowly lower back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Squeeze. Exhale down. Inhale up. Squeeze it all together. Exhale down. 1 more time. Core stays engaged this time. Lift up. Squeeze the bum. Squeeze the hamstrings. Exhale, lower. The height doesn't matter so much. We're trying to build up some strength at our bum and hamstrings here. So the height that you come up is less important than the squeeze or isometric exercise, right? So like we're just squeezing our bum. So when you do this, keep the core engaged because it is kind of a core exercise like we talked about last week, right? Like keeping your core engaged allows us to protect our spine. It will keep you dumping into that low back. So core's engaged. Let's do that bridge 1 more time so you can get 5 more times so you can get familiar with it. Lift your hips up on an inhale. Squeeze and pause. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Squeeze on the pause. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale up. Squeeze at the top. Exhale, lower. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock left and right. Give your lower back some love here. And then we're going to roll over to the right. I'm going to roll over to the right side. And then push myself up to a seat. And like I said, we're working on hamstrings and glutes today. So we're going to come to a seat with our right foot into our left thigh. Okay? We're going to inhale, turn up, and then we're going to exhale, slowly start lowering till you find a place to grab. My hamstrings feel kind of tight today, so maybe reaching your toes is a little bit too far away. Now, as we're here, you'll notice a stretch along your lower back into the glute muscles, right? But you'll also notice a stretch across the back of your leg. So while we're here, though, I want you to take the time to flex the foot back towards the face, engage your lower calf, your calf muscles, and then flex your thigh, and you'll probably end up lifting your calf, your heel up off the ground a little bit. And then notice if you can find something a little deeper. Take a deep inhale. Engage the core, straighten the spine, and see if you find a little bit more. One more here in this position. And then I want you to bring both hands into either side of your thigh and push yourself up. Come back to center, and we'll switch out the legs. Left foot into right thigh now. Turn towards your right thigh. Sit up tall on an inhale, and then slowly exhale over. Again, noticing the hamstrings pulling, lower back on the left side this time. Engage the core. Continue to fold over. Take an inhale. Engage the core. Straighten the spine. See if you can find something a little deeper. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. Did you engage that thigh? Flex your foot, engage the calf. 2 more breaths here. On the next inhale, palms into either side of your leg. Push yourself up. Come back to center. Just tune in. Focus on those hamstrings. Take your attention down to those hamstrings and figure out how they feel. I know usually after those 2 exercises, maybe you pull both legs back out and you kind of give yourself a foot wave. But think about those hamstrings as we're sitting here. Close your eyes down and just focus on them. Maybe they feel a little longer. Maybe you notice some stuff in your lower back. And then we're going to do one more. We're going to do to the center. This one always gets people. So sit up tall, engage your core, and slowly just bend over, reaching for your ankles here to start. Or maybe you just get to your knees, somewhere in that area. I want you to inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, try to fold a little bit more forward. And then I want you to notice both sides of your lower back now pulling into your glutes a little bit. You might notice this more in the lower back than to either side, which you could probably notice a little bit more in your hamstrings. Engage the thighs, lift the heels up, off, pull the feet back. One more breath here. And then hands to center. Push yourself back up. Give your legs a shake. Maybe wave. You can't see my feet, but yeah. Then we're going to turn and we're going to come to a cat-cow position. To a tabletop, sorry. And I'm going to turn around. So in tabletop, we're going to lower our spine. Now, instead of focusing on arm movement or chest movement, I want you to really focus on lower back here as we drop our belly to cow and look up at the sky. And then I want you to push in. And again, I want you to focus on lower back and tailbone. Push in, arch your spine, tuck the tail here. Chin is at chest. Inhale back to cow. Again, paying attention to that lower back. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Again, paying close attention to spine and lower back here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Now, in neutral tabletop, we want to engage our core to support our spine being flat. Do you feel that difference? The core is engaged. And then I want you to take your right leg back straight out behind you. So like a donkey kick. So we're going to kick it back. Engage the glute here. Now, don't let your leg come too far left or right here. Try to keep it straight out of the hip joint. Flex your foot back to your face so that calf is lengthened as much as possible here. And then we're going to lower down our right foot. And then we're going to push in and out with our heel, right? So out, you're going to feel your calf muscle stretch. Push in, that calf muscle should engage. Exhale, push. And then, like you're pushing the gas pedal, engage that calf. Exhale, release. Inhale, push. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, push. Exhale, lengthen the calf. Maybe you can feel it up into your hamstring a little bit here. Then I want you to lift this back up. So thigh is engaged, foot is flexed back towards your face. Take a deep inhale here, reach as long as you possibly can. And then exhale, bring that knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. Notice your glutes and hamstrings and thighs acting here. Inhale out. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale out. Last one. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale out. Exhale, right knee comes down. Take a cat cow. Inhale, cow. Exhaling to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now, while we're here, I want you to come to a neutral table stop. Table stop. Hot, funny. While you're here, I want you to take your attention to that right bum muscle. Your right glute. I want you to check in there. Does it feel more tense or more worked or whatever word you'd like to put there than the left? Maybe the left feels looser. And so we put that right side under some stress, and we're going to do the same thing with the left now. So take the left leg out straight, not left or right, straight out of the hip. Flex the foot back, thighs engaged. Engage that bum, and then lower the left toes to the ground. Push back, getting a huge stretch on our calf muscle. Push forward on an exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, activate that muscle, push forward. Exhale back. Inhale, push. Exhale back. Inhale, push. Exhale back. Give it a second to just stretch here. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to lift the left leg up. Reach with that foot. Reach with that glute. Ooh, glute is engaged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale long. 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 Last one here. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale long. Reach. Reach. And then exhale. Lower the left knee down. Take a cat cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Let's push back to a child's pose. So bring your knees out wide, pushing back. Head can come down to the ground. I want you to notice how your bum, hamstrings, and calves feel in this nice, relaxing child's pose. Does your bum feel a little bit tighter than it did when you came into class? Maybe your hamstrings feel a little longer. Two more breaths here. Inhale, come forward onto your belly. Bring your forehead down to the backs of your palms. I want you to give yourself a little hip shimmy here, rocking your hips left and right. Then take your attention to your hamstrings, encouraging them to relax. Then when you're ready, we're going to roll over onto our back. If you've been in my class before, you know there's very, very seldom you get away without doing any core work at the end of class. Fun fact for me, I do my core work at the gym before everything else, because if I wait to the end, I will totally just go, yeah, whatever. I don't need to work out my core. So let's just do 3 reps of the core routine I've been teaching for a while now. We're going to take our legs long, palms out by your side, face up, face down. We're going to lift our heels, engage our lower core on an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, crunch it in together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend. So 2 more times just like that, and I'll continue to cue. Inhale, knees in. Exhale, knees right. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees left. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, crunch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, knees, legs long. Sorry, exhale, legs long. Well, I forgot something there. Inhale in. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale crunch. Inhale lower. Exhale long. Lower your heels. That was our 3 reps. Now, something I've noticed with this now is my inner thighs right here at the top, right, will get a little sore when we're doing that. So just give yourself a hip shimmy. Come back to your breath. If you'd like any last minute pose here, would be a good time to do that. As we get ready to settle into our final resting pose. Now, you guys, if you've been in class for a while, you know I'm really big on the whole things to take with you. So those donkey kicks, they will make your bum tight. Those calf pedals will make your calves a little bit stronger. The seated folds help you lengthen your hamstrings. All of these are things you can take with you and just do when you feel like it. The bridge pose is a great thing to do. help you strengthen your glutes. And always cat cow. Oof, great thing. So go ahead and settle into final resting pose. Let your breathing come back to a natural rhythm, not controlling it at all. Go ahead and start bringing some movements back into your fingers and toes. Give yourself a hip shimmy here. Rock your head left and right. Just waking up our body. I like to bring the soles of my feet into the mat as I roll over onto my side in fetal position. Inhale, push yourself back up. Come to a seat. Palms together at heart center, head slightly bowed. Thanks so much for joining me this week. Next week, we will try to put a few things together as we continue on our journey for yoga for the back body. I bow to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.